Hello, Dharma friends. I'm so happy to see all of you. Would you please place your hands together and join me in Gassho? From the Kyogo Shinsho, the true teaching, practice, and realization of the Pure Land Way. Shakyamuni appeared in this world and expounded the teachings of the way to enlightenment, seeking to save the multitudes of living beings by blessing them with this benefit that it's true and real. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu. Hello again, Dharma friends. So happy to see all of you today. I hope you're doing well. We're just a year into COVID-19, but we're starting to see that light at the end of the tunnel, aren't we? So hope is on the horizon. So keep hanging in there. So today's a special day, isn't it? It's February 14th. February 14th, we all know, is Valentine's Day. And fun fact, it's also the state of Arizona's 109th birthday, having become a state way back on this day in 1912. But I'm not here to talk about either of those days. For tomorrow, February 15th, is also a special day for Buddhists. February 15th is the day that we observe Shakyamuni Buddha's memorial service, which we call Nirvana Day. It's the day that Shakyamuni Buddha passed from our world at the age of 80, after having spent more than half of his life sharing the Dharma with others. Nirvana Day offers an opportunity for all Buddhists to express their deep gratitude and appreciation to Shakyamuni Buddha for leaving us the wonderful teachings of Buddhism, as well as for appearing in our world to enable us to encounter the teachings of Amida Buddha's primal vow. So when we think about Nirvana Day, we reflect on the truth and reality of our own lives, who we are as ordinary people, where we came from originally, and where we will return to when our lives in this world come to an end. When we reflect on that statement about coming from somewhere and returning to someplace, it sounds like we're traveling, right? Has anyone ever heard of the saying, life is like a journey? Well, indeed it is. So, do you enjoy traveling? I do. There's always a sense of excitement about the destination, the things we'll see and do, the people that we'll meet, and even the food that we'll get to eat. So for me, sometimes the journey to the destination is just as exciting, especially if I get to fly there. Ever since I was a small kid, I've been fascinated by airplanes. I loved learning about them, going to the airport just to see them take off and land, and watching them in the sky as they flew overhead. Even as an adult, I still love airplanes and will make a point to drive by the airport just to see the big passenger jets. Or will run outside if I hear the sound of a military jet from Luke Air Force Base flying over my home. So I didn't get to actually fly in planes too much when I was growing up, but as an adult, I've had many opportunities to fly when I was in the Marines, as well as for work conferences and vacations. I've also flown a lot for junior YBL seminars and for training at the Jodo Shinshu Center in Berkeley, California. But I've been missing flying lately. Because of COVID-19, I haven't been on a plane in over a year. In fact, the last time I was on a plane was on December 8th, 2019, when I went to go visit the Pasadena Buddhist Temple for their Bodhi Day service. And that seems so long ago now. For me, flying is just as fun as to whatever destination I'm planning to visit. I enjoy the roar of the engines, the sounds of the landing gear going up and down, the sights you'll see out the window, and the little snacks you get to eat on the plane. I even enjoy safety briefings that the friendly flight attendants give even before the plane takes off. When was the last time that you heard, please place your seatbacks and trays in the upright position? Ah, to hear those words again would be music to my ears. So, I have a question for all of you. Do you pay attention to the safety briefings when they're given? The flight attendants give so much information during them, right? They tell you where the exits are, how to use your seat cushions as a life preserver in the unlikely event of a water landing. And side note here, I love how they call crashing into a body of water a landing. They also remind you to turn off your electronic devices or put them into airplane mode, and how to put on the oxygen mask in case of cabin depressurization. They even tell you how to use a seatbelt. And they complete it with a demonstration. First, insert this end of the buckle until it clicks, and then press the button to release. That always makes me chuckle a little bit because who hasn't used a seatbelt before? Anyway, as important as all of these things to cover during the safety briefing are, they aren't exactly necessary for us to reach our destination, are they? It's important information that could be helpful, but when it comes down to it, it's the airplane that gets us to where we're going, isn't it? As we hurtle 30,000 feet through the sky in a pressurized tube, traveling at 3/4 of the speed of sound, it's not the seatbelts, oxygen masks, the little bags of pretzels, or even the flight crew that gets us to our destination quickly. It's the plane itself. It's the vehicle that takes us from where we came from to where we're going. All of those other things, including the people who work on the aircraft, are helpful for sure. But it's the plane that really does the job. We just need to choose to get on board so that it can take us to where we wish to go. And to me, this situation makes me think of Shakyamuni Buddha. Our founder, Shinran Shonin, shared that the historical Buddha, Shakyamuni, appeared in our world for the sole purpose to teach the ocean-like primal vow of Amida Buddha. We are reminded of this whenever we chant Shoshinge, which was composed by Shinran. Within it, there's a verse that says, Shakyamuni Tathagata appeared in this world solely to teach the ocean-like primal vow of Amida. We, an ocean of beings in an evil age of 5 defilements, should entrust ourselves to the Tathagata's words of truth. What this means to me is that even though Shakyamuni provided many wonderful teachings, which are very helpful, his primary teaching, his sole reason for appearing in our world in the first place, was to teach about Amida Buddha and the benefit of the primal vow. Granted, Shakyamuni Buddha's other teachings have been very helpful for countless others over the centuries. But for many of us, especially those of us living now in the 21st century, who live in a time of disease, greed, inequality, and uncertainty, they don't necessarily help us to get to our destination of Amida's land, where we enter Nirvana. The other teachings, such as meditation and mindfulness, may be useful and enjoyable as we go about our lives. Kind of like seatbelts, trays we eat off of, and the in-flight entertainment on airplanes. But in the end, it is only Shakyamuni Buddha's sharing of Amida's vow that saves us from this defiled world and gets us to our destination like an airplane does. And Amida Buddha's primal vow is for people just like you and me. It is the vehicle, the jet plane, if you will, that swiftly takes us to where we're going at the end of our lives. We may learn other helpful things as we continue on the journey of life, but all we really need to do is just to get on board Amida Airlines to take us to our ultimate destination. And what a beautiful destination the Pure Land will be. I am grateful to have been able to join you on this Nirvana Day as we commemorate Shakyamuni Buddha's memorial service and pay homage to him for leading us to this profound teaching. Thank you so much for listening. And would you please place your palms together and join me once more in Gasho. Shakyamuni Buddha appeared in this world and expounded the teachings of the way to enlightenment, seeking to save the multitudes of living beings by blessing them with this benefit that is true and real. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Namon Nabutsu. Namon Nabutsu. Namon Nabutsu. Namon Nabutsu. Thank you, everyone.